I don't have to introduce Ed Schein because this is mainly for discussion between professionals, and most of them know you, and we will do some things around to introduce you and also invite them into material you have. You might also be interested to read about your new developments and your new book, the Humble Consultation. I love the attitudes you're standing for. But I would like just to start with how are your reaction to this INOC plan? And
I think the key word that you use that gets me started thinking about this is learning. Mm-hmm. I think I have had the good fortune of learning for my entire career what relationships really are all about and what it means to help. So it goes way back to the first thing I learned, which led to the book Process Consultation, was that clients didn't want answers. They wanted a conversation. Mm-hmm. They wanted perspective. They wanted a mirror, because I encountered a company that was aggressively self-confident. They were willing to have me around. This was Digital Equipment Corporation. Mm-hmm. But I was there in some kind of new role, not someone to just deal with advice. So I learned early how to be a process consultant and wrote about that. And then, in the last 10 years or so, I thought this idea of helping is all about relating to somebody, not just delivering answers, led me to write this book, Helping, which is a more sociological analysis. Why should this be so difficult? Why don't people like being given advice? Why do we reject advice? And again, realizing that the key is to have a trusting relationship. Once we have a trusting relationship, then giving and receiving advice works. But if we don't trust each other, then it doesn't work so well, because the client isn't telling you what's really on his or her mind, mm-hmm. and the consultant doesn't really know how to help. And then, while that book was still circulating, I realized that there's a bigger problem in organizational life, in the business life, and that is that the whole Western culture in the occupation of being a leader or a manager is to know the answer, mm-hmm. to tell people things. When I would ask students in my classes, what does it mean to you when you become promoted to being a manager? They would say without a moment's hesitation, now I can tell other people what to do. And I thought, this is terrible. This is a bad situation. If we automatically associate management and leadership with telling people, and I had some experiences here with people trying to tell me how to live in this environment, that got me angry and led to this book called Humble Inquiry. I said, this mm-hmm. is nonsense. Why are we always telling everybody mm-hmm. instead of asking questions? And then the last step in this evolution is I was worried that people were saying, but asking questions, process consultation, takes such a long time. And we're living in a very fast world where we don't have the time. So what can you say about that? And I realized, again, I had been through several learning steps. My consulting in the last 10 years had frequently actually happened very fast, mm-hmm. almost in the first phone call. Somebody would say, I want to do a survey on my culture in my organization. And I would say, without even thinking, why do you want to do that? And they would say, you know, I never really thought about that.
Oh.
And after an hours of conversation, they said, that was very helpful. Thank you very much.